I have just seen Jujutsu Kaisen Execution, and I'm going to tell you guys my thoughts on this movie slash opening to season 3. Now, I'm not going to spoil it for non-manga readers, okay? So I'm not going to tell you what happens in there. I'm going to go through some things, but not actually spoil anything for you where it's like, tell you what happens or anything. But let me know your thoughts down below. Smash that hype button for me. It really helps me out. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and let's talk Jujutsu Kaisen right now. So the new movie, Jujutsu Kaisen Execution, is a movie that has been blended with episodes from Season 2, edited in a way where you can see what happened in there, understand where we're going, so that when you get into the second half of this movie, you get into the culling games, the beginning of all that, beginning of the execution of Yuji Itadoriya. So that is really what this movie is all about. Now, the first part is the start of when Gojo is starting to get sealed. So you get a little bit of the Gojo fight, not much in it, and then him sealed, so you understand why he's not in this equation, what's happened to him. You get a bit of the Sukuna Jogo fight, not much. You don't get much of the Dagon Toji fight, you get little glimpses. Your Maharaga and Sukuna do fight in here as well, so it was great to see that. Some scenes that weren't actually in the episode, I think, unless they were added later on, because I was like, oh, I don't remember that. Maybe it's just been a while since I've seen that episode, but I don't know. But that's cut short down as well. Mahito versus Todo and Yuji was also cut down. But it was easy for you to understand. So if you're someone that hasn't watched Season 2 or read the manga, and you went into this wanting to see this, you would understand what is happening. Now, there are going to be things missing from there as well, because it is a condensed version of Season 2, but it's enough for you to understand what is about to occur. Now, when you get into the second half of the movie, we obviously know at the end of Season 2, Yuji had now been classified as able to be executed. Gojo is no longer around to save him from that, and they get Yuta and they tell him, yeah, you can go execute him. So that is where we pick up in this second half, the start of Season 3. Now, the first half here, obviously I've read the manga, so I know exactly what's going to happen and everything like that. But I will say, they did do such a great job. Mappa cooked with the animation. They really did. The way that they brought everything from the page to the screen was absolutely spectacular. Now, there is a fight in here revolving around two characters. I'm not going to spoil who the two characters are, but it was animated so beautifully. I was sitting there and I'm like, I'm so glad I got to see this on the big screen. Because as much as I love having to sit on my couch and watch it, there's just nothing better than the surround sound, the huge screen, the darkness, and just immersing yourself in the world and just watching the colors come to life, watching the movement, the art direction, the animation itself, the quality level, and just sit there and go, this is spectacular in every single form that is imaginable. It was so freaking good. And the way that they showcased these two characters, I thought were fantastic. It showcases you, oh, one of them, yeah, he's going to be a problem, man. That guy is a problem. And I'm going to get to that character in a second. But then they showcase another character where you're like, oh, okay, I see what's happening with this character. That is some pretty badass technique that he's got going on there. So I really like that. Now, they do introduce new characters as well that we haven't seen in the series yet. One character that gets introduced, the way that they brought him to life, I totally forgot how much I hated this character in the manga. Not because I think he's like a badly written character, or just his arrogance, his demeanor, everything about this character tells you instinctively, your instincts to hate him on every single level. Like, this guy is just someone that you want to see die. And they do such a great job at bringing him to the screen. Instantly, when he's on screen, you're like, I hate this guy already. And now, obviously, something that happens in the manga I can't wait for revolving around this character. It's going to be so freaking awesome. I wish I could see that on the big screen, I'll tell you that. But they do such a great job, and they showcase him and how he is a problem. It's really, really good. Now, majority of this second half is obviously dealing with Yuji and Utah hunting him. That is the main thing that is going on. Now, Chozo, obviously we know the big reveal about Chozo and Yuji and how they're connected now. This does explore that relationship and start to build, and how Chozo is now taking that mentor, the older brother mentor role of Yuji and helping him through these tough times, and having Yuji as well connect with him on that sort of level, but also dealing with the consequences of what just occurred and the guilt that he has, and how he feels single-handedly responsible for all the deaths that occurred in season 2, with the whole Sukuna taking over his body and just wrecking a city. So it's really, really nice to see them develop that character in that way. So people who haven't read the manga, you're going to get some development for Yuji and see how he's still tackling all that. And then you get the reveal of the other characters and how they're all doing, and what is now going to be the plan moving forward, and how this is all going to happen. The fight, obviously we know that Utah and Yuji are going to fight. That's the whole thing. Was good. It was animated beautifully. I mean, Utah just aura farms in these first few episodes, and it's so freaking badass. Like, Utah is one of my favorite characters in JJK, and I want to see more of him. Like, I think in the manga, he's a character that is underutilized. And I know a lot of people like to say that Utah should have been the main character. I mean, he's so great in JJK 0. Really, really good. Everything that's centered around him, he's the main character of that. A lot of them wanted Utah to be the main character of story. But in this, he's just so cool, man. He's just so awesome. And you really start to understand why Utah is held in such high regard by Gojo and everyone else in this episode. There's also a lot of explanations that happen in here. Not too much, but enough for you to understand why Utah is so strong. Like, what is going on there. Why Gojo is so high and so clear of everyone else. They explain them a little bit more about the 6 eyes and why Gojo is so powerful with them. You have that. You have, other things getting explained. And then it ends, obviously, with the Culling Games about to begin. They give you a quick idea of what the Culling Games is and how it works. I will say, though, there is one thing that I didn't like about this, is how quickly they went through the explanation of the Culling Games at the end of it. That it was so quick, you didn't have enough time to read it, because they put it on the screen read. Now, they might fix that in the actual TV series when they drop it. They might fix that to a point where they probably have someone speaking about it, because no one was narrating it. And maybe they might slow it down. I would like them to, because I know some people are going to be like, oh, well, I didn't get a chance to read it, because it's so quick. It's bam, there, you read one line and it's gone. On to the next one. And you're like, wait a second, what was that? So we'll say that hopefully is fixed in the TV series when it comes out next year. Hopefully that slows down and we get a bit more, so that people aren't so lost when it comes to the Culling Games. But overall, I really liked it. I thought it was a great start. The animation's on point, and I'm really, really excited for the Culling Games and everything else moving forward from here on. Maybe except for the ending of JJK, but hey, it is what it is. But let me know if you guys have seen it. Smash your thoughts down in the comment section below. I would love to hear it. I want to hear all your thoughts. So smash it down there. Smash that like button. Click subscribe. And I'll see you guys next video. Until then, stay safe and peace out.